What's happening, Wisdom Warriors of Light? Back at it for another video. How's everybody doing, man? Happy Monday. I'm alive. I'm alive. I know you've been accustomed to me dropping a video a day, a short a day, and yesterday I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Before I start and go into it, I just want to mention, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I am so truly grateful and blessed for each and every one of you who are subscribing. The channel is growing and growing. It's growing slow, but it's growing. And I'm grateful for each and every one of you, man, who has subscribed. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So thank you. You're giving your energy as well as I'm giving mine by you subscribing and you hitting the like button and you commenting and sharing. You're sharing your energy to me and I'm sharing mine to you. So I thank you for that. I'm just truly blessed and grateful for that. And this community we're building where we can all feel safe and share our journeys and our experiences to help one another, to help each other. You know, as we're walking this path together, as we're walking this journey together, as we're walking each other home to ourselves. Because each and every one of us, as I said in a previous video, are a teacher. And we're each teaching each other something. Whether it be me teaching you on this video or you teaching me in the comments or by you sharing a certain message to me, whatever the case may be, we are all teaching each other and we're walking each other home to ourselves. So I thank you for signing up for this, for coming down here to this earth at this time, the most difficult time in the history of humanity. I thank you for and honor you for doing so. This is not an easy time, and don't diminish that. You need to celebrate it. Celebrate how amazing you are for taking this leap and deciding to come here, and at this time especially. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way in the beginning. I like now to do that in the beginning and just give my gratitude and my thanks to each and every one of you. We're growing this channel together. This is not only me, it includes you all and everyone who's a part of it. So I thank you, and I'm truly blessed and grateful for each and every one of you. So yeah, with that being said, let's get into it. I'm doing me another car video, and it's warm out, but it's all good, man. I'm trying to I'm not trying. I'm going ahead and just embracing the warm weather and just sweating it out, man. Well, as you all know, I did a detox last week, and it's all in divine timing as I get closer and closer to this next stage and next phase that I'm going to be doing, which is light language, which I'm going to talk more and more about with you all as we get closer and as I start getting activated and being led in this direction, as I know I have been because I've seen the signs and I've listened to the signs, and I've been shown other people that essentially do light language. And I followed my intuition. I followed the guidance that I was receiving within, and just did what I needed to do. And all of a sudden, Saturday I was doing pretty well, man. I was honestly doing pretty well. It was a gorgeous day. There was very, very low humidity compared to today. There was much lower humidity. And then today it's on the higher humidity side, but so I made sure to go to the park, and it was sunny and it was warm, but it was low humidity, so it was like it was just gorgeous. Let's just say, to say the least. And so yeah, I enjoyed it. I went to the park. I recorded that video, which I posted on Saturday, and I recorded a short, and then lo and behold, Sunday came. And I kid you not, I woke up like I normally do. I don't know what time. It could have been like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I wake up a lot of times at that time, go to the bathroom, and a lot of times I've been, essentially turning on something to meditate to, or I just meditate in silence, depending on how I feel. And I did all that, and then I think I had fallen back. I kind of went unconscious again, like dozed off. And lo and behold, I got up, and man, did I have the most rocking headache, all on the right side of my head, kind of near the third eye area here on the side under the eye, like under my eyeball, behind it or whatever. And just, it was so, it was massive. It was times 100. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a migraine, man, like beyond a migraine. And I literally found myself not really being able to do anything other than put an eye mask on and just lay there and surrender and let go and not try to figure out why it's happening, not try to do a bunch of things while it was happening to try to distract from it. I couldn't do anything, man. I left. I literally found myself. I literally found myself leaving my blinds shut. Couldn't even open them up. I basically never even left the room other than to go to the bathroom. And man, when I tell you it was so massive. I just, yeah, I just couldn't function. I just literally laid there with an eye mask in the fetal position on. And what was really interesting about this, and let me just get into this a little bit. Okay, so I've heard through insights and channeling and downloads that when we prepare for something, that we listen to our guidance and we do it, like class we're going to sign up for, or like when I was doing Reiki and I did different levels of Reiki, and our bodies and our higher self is already aware that we're preparing to do that and we're going down that path, and it starts to prepare our mental body, our physical body, and our spiritual body for whatever activation we're going to receive. And that's essentially what was happening when I did the Reiki classes and attunements, and because I did 3 different kinds. I did for animal Reiki, I did for humans, and I did for Kundalini Reiki. And I noticed massive change when I was in the attunement process, as any of you watching this would know and have probably experienced. And so our higher self is already preparing us probably months and months in advance, knowing that we're going to go down that path, or we're going to get pushed down that path. Sometimes we decide to change it and we don't listen and we go down a different road, but that's okay, because, the higher self knows before we even know what we're going to do, ahead of what we're going to do. So you can't really trick the higher self. And so I know that this has been going on for a while, and why I've been detoxing and doing all these things, preparing my body for this integration and this activation. And this has been going on for a while. I mean, between the med beds I was doing and the detoxing, the fasting, the intermittent fasting, the regular fasting, then I did a colon cleanse the last week. And I'm not going to go into detail about what came out. I know that's too much TMI. I'm not going to go there. But just know that stuff was coming out and I was cleansing. And then, so Sunday came and I got up and I'm like, whoa, this is like, wow. And so I started to communicate with my body, and I started to get insights, and I started to get understanding that my body and my mind and my third eye was going through integration. And so that headache was a part of my third eye opening up and my channel opening up even more, because that's something that I've been asking to open up wide, my channel, a clear channel to spirit to my higher self, which is all the things that light language does for you. It creates a more clear channel to your higher self, to your spirits, to your spirit guides. And so that's a large part of light language, if you don't know already. And it opens up a wider channel for psychic abilities, telepathic abilities, all of that is encompassed in that, within that. And so that headache signified that the work that was being done on me, preparing me for September 9th, which is several weeks away. And ironically and interestingly enough, I follow a YouTuber who she does light language and also channels and has telepathic and psychic abilities and clairvoyant and clairaudient and all that stuff. And she said this was even more confirmation, which I didn't really need, but hey, we're in this 3D, we want physical confirmation. So I put something led me to one of her videos, and she had 4 or 5 videos that I hadn't seen yet. Well, one of them I clicked on, which was less than 20 hours prior to all of this, and she said that she had this excruciating headache, massive headache. And she said it was integration with the third eye, and the third eye was being worked on. And I completely already knew that way before, early in the day, because I didn't hear that till the evening. And lo and behold, that was confirming what I already knew. And that's typically what the problem that we face. We continuously don't trust, the messages that we're getting, the intuition that we're getting, the guidance that we're getting, and we doubt it, and we want physical confirmation from somebody else when we don't actually need it. We don't need that physical, confirmation. We just don't need it. But yet we keep seeking for that external validation, that external confirmation to tell us, oh yeah, I'm having the same thing going on and this is what it is. And actually, I already got that confirmation from my higher self and my intuition, but yet I still needed it. So the universe is like, okay, we're going to give it to you. So I got somebody that I already know does light language and is intuitive and psychic and all those different things that confirmed that they were experiencing the same damn thing. A massive headache, and that's exactly what I was getting, and I already had gotten the messages of what it was about and why it was happening. So I just laid there practically the entire day in the dark with the eye mask on, in the fetal position, just like I have to surrender and let go and let this happen and not take any pills like Tylenols or aspirins or anything. Let it just happen. It's uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good. It sucks to happen on a Sunday. I wanted to go outside and enjoy the weather and get out in nature, but my body was saying differently, and I had to listen. And that's exactly what I did. And what was ironic about it, which I've never had with a headache, a massive headache, because I've had massive migraines where I had to shut the blinds and whatnot throughout my life, and I popped tons of aspirins and had repercussions because I did that. That happened to me, and so come to find out, it started to fade and dissipate towards the evening, like 5-6 o'clock. I was able to, like 6 o'clock, 6:30, I was able to get up. I went and had some salad and some hummus and a bowl of lentil soup. I followed not eating something so heavy, and it dissipated, and I was fine the rest of the evening to then relax and go to sleep at my normal time around 9:30, and then to get up, and it was gone. But I'm still feeling a little bit on this left side of my head, and I felt some action going on in the third eye area. So still there's been some workings going on, some integration going on, because I also did an Akashic Records reading with a dear, beautiful soul that we've been working with each other weekly, going into my records and I'm going into hers, and she got confirmation that she felt it too when we were connected, and that it is related to integration and stuff that's going on with my third eye and my crown and everything else. So a second confirmation, or third, because I already got confirmation for myself, and then I heard someone else, and then she gave me it when she went into the records. So we don't need that, man. We already know the answers. We already have the answers, but yet we keep seeking external confirmation when we already know the answer. And then you go to that external confirmation, and then they say, yeah, he already knows. And then you're told, and you're like, yeah, I already knew that. Like, I already knew that, but you didn't believe it. You didn't fully believe it until you heard it from somebody else outside of you. Then you believed it. Or you didn't believe it until somebody else told you they're going through the same exact thing and this is what's happening. Then you believe it. I'm speaking to myself, y'all. So maybe you're experiencing the same thing. I don't know. Again, there was no Sunday sermon yesterday. I apologize. Again, there's no guarantee every week that I'm going to do it anyway, but I have been pretty consistent, but there was nothing that could get me to do that video yesterday. I just laid there in the fetal position with an eye mask on and had to go through it. I had to, because it's preparing me for what's next. And so a lot of times, a lot of this stuff that we're experiencing is preparing you for the next level, for your next shift. So just know that, man. Sometimes it's not just like, oh, let me pop some pills to get rid of it. Because sometimes we just have to go through it and experience it. And then look, it becomes better and better and better on the other side. But, I know a lot of us don't want to feel the pain and don't want to experience it and don't want to have to lay there. And, my mind started to go to places like, oh, what's happening? What the hell's going on? Why am I experiencing this? But I got the confirmation. My intuition guided me and told me, hey, you're going through this integration process. You're being prepared for what's next, for these activations you're about to get, so that you can widen your psychic abilities, widen your telepathic abilities, widen your channeling abilities are going to get even more deeper with my higher self. I'm going to start hearing the voices and messages from my angels and spirits whispering in my ear, but I'm going to hear it on a level where before I was ignoring it because I was suppressing it. Now I'm going to be hearing it because I'm hearing it and want to hear it, and it's coming through. So I just felt called to bring this to you all, a little check-in on what I've been going through this last week, and it hasn't been easy by any means, but the camera is starting to overheat, so I got to go. Thank you all again for all your beautiful, amazing likes, subscribes, comments, sharing. I love you all, man. Thank you again for all the new subscribers. Until next time, I will see you in the next one. If you're going through any of this, just know that you're not alone, man, and keep asking your inner self. Keep going inside of you. Don't look for external validation. It's okay to do that, but trust you more than you trust anything else. Trust what feels good to you, how it feels to you. I love you all. I will see you soon in the next one. Take care of yourselves and each other. From my heart to yours, I will see you in the next one. I will see you soon. Let's go, Wisdom Warriors of Light. We got this.